Welcome to a new session at Graduate Guru. Today we will continue with the formats which we were doing for final accounts of insurance companies. So in the last session we had seen how the revenue account looks, and that account we have to prepare for each individual insurance business, and the profit from there will be taken to this P&L account, that is profit and loss account. So again our format number is form BPL, and this P&L account is prepared for entire business together. यहाँ पर we don't divide it as per the insurance business like fire, marine, etc. So P&L account में as you are seeing there are no schedules as such, क्योंकि यहाँ पर सिर्फ total figures आते हैं. But for our working अगर हमें कुछ plus minus करना है, we will be showing that as working notes, not as schedules, because as per the format P&L account के लिए you don't have to prepare any schedules. So जो operating profit या loss हमें revenue account में मिलता है, that we bring down over here. So if we are having business of all types, fire, marine and miscellaneous, तो तीनों के revenue account से profit या loss को हम यहाँ पर transfer करेंगे. So that is the operating profit या loss. Then income from investments. Now you will see revenue account में भी हमने देखा था interest, dividend, profit या loss on sale, and all of that is over here also. So these are the common investments जो particular insurance business, जैसे fire के लिए अगर investments है उसका profit या loss है, या अगर उसका interest या dividend हमें मिल रहा है, that we will take to the revenue account. पर अगर कोई जनरल इन्वेस्टमेंट्स है, पूरी कंपनी के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट्स है, इट इज नॉट फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक टाइप ऑफ इंश्योरेंस, तो हम उसे यहाँ पर बताएंगे. सो द इनकम विच इज इंटरेस्ट, डिविडेंड या रेंट, एज आई सेड अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रॉपर्टी में है एंड यू हैव गिवन इट ऑन हायर, तो हमें रेंट भी मिल सकता है, दैट इज ऑल्सो आवर इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकम, बट द अमाउंट हैज टू बी ग्रॉस, दैट इज बिफोर द टैक्स डिडक्टेड एट सोर्स. फिर profit on sale of investment, again the loss will also be adjusted here only if there is any, and any other income. So again other income में if there is any income which is not directly related to any particular type of insurance, then that income we will show over here. So that is our third part. Income from investment में ये दो है, and then other income is any other income of the business. Then we take a total of our income. So operating profit, loss हो गया, income from investment and other income, इन तीनों का total will be the income of the business. And then we start subtracting our expenses, जहाँ पर पहले we subtract the provisions. Provisions could be for diminution in the value of assets या investments. Diminution means reduction. So suppose हमारी investment की value in our books is 1 lakh, पर मार्केट में उसकी वैल्यू गिर गई है एंड इट्स कम डाउन टू 80,000. सो इफ वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग फॉर सच अ लॉस, इट्स नॉट अ डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस, हमें एक्चुअल लॉस नहीं हुआ है, बट इट्स अ प्रोविजन फॉर द लॉस. सो दैट विल शो ओवर हियर. फॉर डाउटफुल डेट्स वी नो वी क्रिएट अ प्रोविजन और रिजर्व फॉर बैड एंड डाउटफुल डेट्स, सो वो ऐसा प्रोविजन है तो यहाँ पर आएगा. एनी अदर प्रोविजन, नॉट प्रोविजन फॉर टैक्स, दैट विल कम बिलो. So यहाँ पर हमें provision for tax include नहीं करना है. Then we have other expenses. Already हमने एक elaborate list of expenses देखा था in our revenue account. So those were related to that particular type of insurance as I have already explained. उसके अलावा if the company has any other expenses that will come here. So expenses other than those related to insurance business. कोई भी other general expenses हैं, in case if it is there. Generally all these amounts will be dash for our academic purpose. हम यहाँ पर कुछ नहीं भरेंगे. All our amounts will go to the revenue account only. But in case there is something, we'll write it here. If there are some bad debts written off, again if it is not specific to a particular type of insurance, then we'll show it over here, and any other expenses. Total you will take of the provisions and the expenses. Once you subtract your income, that is A minus your expenses B, you will get profit before tax, और provision for tax हम यहाँ बताएंगे. So just because the name is provision, don't make the mistake of putting it over here. Provision for tax, जो भी percentage दिया है, we'll calculate at this point. This will give us our profit after tax. Profit after tax से we subtract our appropriations, that is our dividends paid. Dividend पर अगर कोई tax है, now that tax on dividend has been scrapped off, but suppose you are doing the accounts for an earlier year, then you might have dividend distribution tax also. So that and transfer to any other reserves, which you have to specify that which reserve you are transferring to. So that's after subtracting all our appropriations, what we will get is the actual profit for the year. To that we add any balance of profit which is brought down from the last year, and जो total हमें मिलेगा that we will carry forward to our balance sheet. So I hope you've understood this. This is very self-explanatory. Generally यहाँ पर revenue account से ही amount आता है, and at the most what you'll have to do is calculate your provision for tax. So take this down quickly, then we'll go to the format of the balance sheet. So now let's go to the balance sheet format, Form BBS, balance sheet. Here the basic format of the balance sheet doesn't change, but there are certain things which we'll be showing in a different place. So sources of funds में we will have share capital, which will be there for all the companies definitely, reserves and surplus. Fair value change account, this is something peculiar to insurance companies. They create a separate account for valuation changes. So जो assets हैं जिन पर insurance किया है, to cover the risk, so that जब value fluctuate होगा, तो how to cover that risk? So उसके लिए they open a separate account for that, which is like a reserve, but it is not shown under reserves and surplus. So that if it is given in the question, you'll write it separately. Of course, format में तो आपको लिखना ही है. And borrowings. Borrowings are the loans etc. which the company has taken. We'll be making schedules for these three. Fair value change account के लिए it will just be one number. यहाँ पर कोई schedule नहीं होगा. Then application of funds. So it's not called liabilities and assets. It is called sources of funds and application of funds. Application of funds में we first start with investments. Generally हम किसी भी कंपनी की बैलेंस शीट बनाते हैं, the most important asset would be a fixed asset. So वो पहले आता है, that is your tangible assets. पर यहाँ पर इंश्योरेंस के लिए the most important asset is their investment. जो भी वो प्रीमियम्स कलेक्ट करते हैं, they are supposed to invest those premiums because that amount will help them to pay the claims. So if whatever premiums they get, they treat it as their income and just use it up for expenses, they will be in a fix जब उन्हें claim pay करना होगा. So it's very important that they maintain some proper investments. So investments will be a proper asset over here. Loans, these are the loans which the insurance company has given. Many times policy के सामने they give loans. So policy को mortgage रख के you can take a loan against the insurance company. So that these are the loans which the insurance company gives to the public. Fixed assets, which is third in the rank. Then there is a bifurcation over here. So we have current assets and we have current liabilities also in that application of funds itself. So we, in current assets, we'll show two breakup, that is cash and bank balance and any advance and other assets. So basically cash and bank balance will be the major current asset. Baki jo bhi current assets hai, that will all go to this second head. We will take a subtotal of this 11 and 12. That is ये दोनों schedules का हम एक subtotal लेंगे. And from that we have to subtract our current liabilities and provisions. So current liabilities are your short-term liabilities and provisions जो भी हमने create किए हैं like bad debts provision या diminution in the value of assets जो हमने P&L account में देखा था, ऐसे जो provisions हैं वो यहाँ पर दिखाएंगे. And again we'll take a subtotal of 13 and 14. And then we will find the net current assets, which will be your current assets total, that is A, minus your liabilities and provisions, which is B. So A minus B will give us net current assets. Then we will have miscellaneous expense not written off. So ऐसे कोई भी expenses है like discount on debentures etc. जो हमने अभी तक write off नहीं किए हैं. So those type of expenses which are carried forward, that will come over here. And if your P&L account is showing a negative balance, तो उसे हम application of funds में दिखाएंगे, not in your reserves and surplus. So when we add this 8, 9, 10 and this net current assets and after that all the amounts, we will get our total which will match with our sources of funds. अब यहाँ पर we have a few schedules. The schedule numbers are continued after the P&L. So P&L revenue account, sorry. In revenue account we saw that there are 4 schedules. After that 5th schedule onwards is what is there in the balance sheet. So let us see how we will show our share capital schedule. Here if your sum gives you the breakup, then you need to show authorized, issued, subscribed and called up capital separately. So of course you have to show how many shares are authorized, how many issued, how many subscribed and so on. But generally हमें इतने details they don't give in the question. So we'll all write it together. So many shares of rupees so much each. This is how you will show your breakup of shares. And in this you will subtract if there are any calls in arrears. You will add any forfeited shares. You will also subtract the face value of any shares bought back. You know what is a buyback of shares. So if there is any buyback given, you will subtract that. And you will also subtract any preliminary expenses which are shown in the trial balance. So generally preliminary expenses is like your miscellaneous expense, but यहाँ पर specifically my schedule requires कि share capital के total से I have to subtract any preliminary expenses which are in relation to issue of shares. So shares से related जो भी expense हैं which are of the type of this miscellaneous expense, हम उसे यहाँ से subtract कर देंगे. So this will give us our share capital. Now other than this is main share capital का amount जो हम यहाँ पर लेकर जाएंगे. So this should be schedule 5, not 1. So the share capital amount will go to our balance sheet over here. So यहाँ पर that amount we've already got. But for insurance companies, our Insurance Act requires one more clarification about share capital. So we also prepare a schedule 5A, which is again a continuation of our share capital schedule. And here we have to show who are the owners और किसके पास कितने shares हैं. So we show how many shares are held by the promoters. So promoters shareholding. In this, you will show number of shares and the percentage of shareholding. And same way for others. So promoters shareholding is 1 and others. Again, number of shares and percentage of shareholding. So this is an extra disclosure which is needed by the insurance companies. Generally हम ऐसा disclosure किसी और companies के लिए नहीं बताते हैं, but for insurance it's a requirement. Then we go to our schedule 6, which is reserves and surplus. So यहाँ पर we know that we always show the opening balance, then you add what is transferred during the year. So we have a list of certain reserves which I'll write down. Capital reserve. We also have capital redemption reserve, which I'm sure you know is created at the time of preference share redemption, buyback of your equity shares. Then we have the security premium reserve account. So this is the premium which we have collected on the shares. We also have general reserve. So this is a special additional reserve which an insurance company can create. Now here again, they've shown us you might have to subtract your P&L account balance from here, but we've already seen that P&L account debit balance we show over here. So then I'm not confusing it by showing in this format over here. So let's keep it as general reserve. Then we have catastrophe reserve, which I had explained to you when we did the revenue account format. This is a reserve which is created for any kind of unexpected losses. So कोई emergency हो गई, कोई loss हो गया which we have not covered, then we might have to suffer a huge loss in that year. So instead of that, we create a reserve every year for that. So that is called catastrophe reserve. And then we have our other reserves. So anything else if the insurance company has created. And we have our credit balance of P&L account. And that will give us our total. As I already said, you have to show your movement, that is opening balance plus transfer during the year minus used during the year. That's general protocol that we do when we are writing the reserves. So these are some schedules, that is schedule 5, 5A and 6. Take these down, then we'll continue with the other schedules. So we have covered till schedule 6. Now let's go to schedule 7 for borrowings. So generally for companies, borrowings can be in the form of direct loans या वो debentures या bonds भी issue कर सकते हैं. So we will first start with debentures or bonds. Then we have loans from banks. Then we could also borrow from some financial institutions. So loans from financial institutions, which is other than banks. And we might have anything else which is in the nature of borrowings जो इन 3 categories में नहीं fall होता है. So that is our total of borrowings. Of course, if any of these borrowings are secured against some assets या कोई charge है, तो you have to give that specified information over here. Then let's go to Schedule 8. Now this is from our application side. So Schedule 8 is for investments, which I said is a very important part of the balance sheet of an insurance company. Investment is a very important asset for them. So investment में basically we show it under 2 categories: long-term investments and short-term investments. But for both the categories we have to show a breakup. So long term में एक अलग breakup आएगा, short term में अलग breakup आएगा. The headings are the same. So I am going to write it only one time. If your sum is silent, you will assume that they are long term investments, and we will always write it in long term only. So we will have government securities, bonds, etc. Then we will have other approved securities which are approved by the government, but they are not directly government securities. So other approved securities. Then we will have other investments like किसी और company के shares etc. if we have purchased. So other investments. In that you can show shares. We can also have mutual fund investments, debentures, etc. So shares, mutual funds, debentures or bonds. We can also have derivative instruments. Which are speculative investments which are bought across the stock exchange. Then we have any other investments. So other than this list. Then we can have investment in subsidiaries. We also have non-approved investments. So that is not approved by the government. यहाँ पर we had other approved securities which are approved by the government. These are some securities etc. which are non-approved. And then we have real estate. So as I have been telling you right from revenue account, जहाँ पर हमने देखा था that rent is a part of investment income. So अगर insurance company ने invest किया है in real estate, that is property, तो they will get income from that also, which is a part of their investment. It is not their own property, it's an investment property. So that will give us our total of our investments which we will take over here. So that is what we will bring over here to our balance sheet. Again, take down these 2 schedules, then we will continue further. Now let's go to our schedule 9, which is loans. Loans which are given by the insurance company. That is why it is on the asset side. Now here we have to show the breakup of the loans in different headings. So the first heading is security wise. That is, what is the guarantee or security that we have for that particular loan. So there first we have secured. Within secured we have on mortgage of property. So under secured I have mortgage of property. And under mortgage of property, we have to show if the property is in India or it is outside India. So this is the first category under secured. Then we have, here it was mortgage of property. We could also have a charge or a mortgage against shares, debentures, etc. So it is secured on shares, debentures, etc. And we have any other type of security. So on any other assets. Of course, you have to specify which other assets you are talking about. So this is all you have in secured, and then it could be unsecured loan also. So secured, you give a breakup. Unsecured, you just write down one amount for unsecured loans. So this is one classification. So this will tell you the total loan, and that will be broken up into secured and unsecured. After that, we have a second classification also, which is the borrower-wise classification. You have to remember that the total will be the same. So whatever total I get over here for security-wise classification, same total I will get for borrower-wise classification also. But this is just a different way of presenting it. So in borrower-wise, we have central and state government, that is basically loans given to government by the insurance company. Then we have given to banks and financial institutions. Then we might have loans given to our own subsidiaries. That is, the insurance company is the holding company for the other company और उनको loan दिया हुआ है. Then we could have given to some industrial undertakings also. So industries or other businesses also take loans from insurance companies. And finally, others, what is not covered in these categories. So again, this amount will be the same as this amount. So you don't have to take any totals. Ye security wise classification tha, this is borrower wise. We have one more classification which is performance wise. What do you mean by performance of loans and advances? That means, are you recovering that loan in time or not? So that is how we classify whether it is a performing loan or a non-performing loan. That is, if you have stopped receiving the repayments, if you have stopped receiving the interest on those loans, then they come under non-performing category. So here first we have standard. So standard means it's absolutely fine. Loan का जो amount आना चाहिए, जो interest आना चाहिए, we are receiving it absolutely in time. And here we have in India and outside India. And other than standard, we have non-performing. As I told you, those loans on which the interest and repayments are not happening on time. So that is non-performing. You again classify it as in India and outside India. So this is one more classification that we show. And there is a last classification also, which is maturity wise. Maturity means when will the loan be repaid. So in that we have short term and long term. That's it. Simple classification over here. But as I'm saying again and again, all these four amounts, this and this, all these four amounts will be the same only. We are just bifurcating, that is distributing it in different ways. But total amount hamesha same rahega. So you will take only that one single amount to your schedule, that is your balance sheet over here. You are not going to write this amount by adding it 4 times. That you have to be careful about. So basically when I talk about short term, anything less than 12 months, that is 1 year, becomes short term. More than 12 months is always long term. Take this down, then we'll continue ahead. Now coming to schedule 10, which is fixed assets. The fixed asset schedule looks a little different. This is how you prepare the entire fixed asset schedule, where you take the gross block. Gross block is nothing but the cost of the asset. जो हमने originally asset को जिस cost में खरीदा था, that is shown under the gross block column. Then we have depreciation and then we have net block. Net block means cost minus depreciation is called your net block, that is WDV. अब यहाँ पर in gross block you show this breakup. Opening balance, जो भी beginning of the year में जितना cost था आपके asset का, particular asset, that then you show the addition during the year, जो हमने during the year purchase किया या create किया, construct किया asset, that amount will come here. Deduction is the sale, but you don't have to write the selling price here. यहाँ पर you will write the cost of the asset which you have sold, and that will give you closing. So opening plus addition minus deduction will give you the closing balance. Same way for depreciation, you start with the opening balance of depreciation for that particular asset. You add whatever depreciation you have charged during the year, and you subtract whatever depreciation was collected on the sold asset. That will give you the depreciation up to date. This is the depreciation which is finally subtracted from the gross block closing, and you get your net block. Net block you just show what was the amount up to last year and you show what is the amount for the current year. Now what are the assets that you will write over here? So this includes your intangible assets also. So if there is goodwill, you will write goodwill. Any other intangible assets will be shown separately. Then we could have freehold land. You could also have buildings, furniture. So any kind of fixed assets, you could just keep on adding to the list depending on your sum. And this will also include your work in progress. Of course, the work in progress in relation to your fixed assets. So, अगर कोई building है which you are constructing, तो उसका construction cost जो भी है, that will come in work in progress because the building is not complete. So, you cannot show it in the list of assets. You will show it separately as work in progress. So, these are some of the assets that the list will depend on your sum, as I said, but these are some examples of assets which we generally show for insurance companies. What you have to remember, if I have invested in a property as an investment, it is not my own fixed asset जो हम अपने business के लिए use नहीं कर रहे हैं, that investment will go in investments, that is property, real estate जो हमने वहाँ पर बताया था, it will not come in this list. That is what you have to be careful about. So if it's property, land and building, you have to make sure whether it's a fixed asset or an investment. So take down this schedule also, and I wind up this session over here. In the next session, we'll continue with the remaining schedules. Thank you.